have a brief conversation about last week news. I know I may be late to the party, and it's about Wells Fargo closing down personal credit lines. Now, what does this mean to you as a consumer, as a business owner? On this channel, I talk primarily about personal credit, business credit, how to leverage it for real estate. And one of my last videos, I talked about inflation, and I talked about how inflation, how it affects with credit. And so right now, credit is cheap. Leveraging debt is cheap. Now, one thing I want to say about debt is that this channel is not a debt-free channel. If the conversation about debt makes you feel uncomfortable, it gives you an uncomfortable feeling, then I could tell you right now, you probably are not going to agree with anything that I say. I'm a big advocate of leveraging debt. It is a great wealth building tool if you have the financial IQ to do so. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not. And so I say that to say that when you pair leveraging debt with um, investing in an asset that can create cash flow for you, it is a win-win strategy. And although this video is not for that, but I just want to give you all, understand, pay attention to what's happening. This may be the only time that we will know of debt being as low as it is. What do I mean? Interest rates are still low in terms of investing in real estate, buying a home, and we don't know how long that may happen. But in regards to Wells Fargo, why do I talk so much about business credit? Is because Wells Fargo is a classic example of what can happen when you don't have another tool in your toolbox, and business credit being that. Because imagine the person that primarily relies on credit. Now, I'm not talking about that person who thinks credit is bad and and they just want to be debt free. I'm talking about the person who understands the conversation of leveraging credit. That is who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the person who is very open to leveraging credit to invest in real estate. um and I meant to share it here on the community tab here on YouTube. But if you are on my email communication list, I share with you that a client of mine just recently got approved for 50 between 50 to 100K in business funding to leverage in real estate. Pay attention. Pay attention. Not too sure how long these opportunities are going to be available. It reminds me of the mid 2000s when, we were in a time and period where there were the ninja loans, no income, no job, no assets. And so everyone in there, everyone and anyone was buying real estate. You pretty much had to, all you had to do was really have a pulse, and you would get approved for real estate. And although I don't compare that extreme to business credit, but I do feel like that other banks are going to take notice. Credit is going to be tightened. Because if you think about it, the only period of history, and depending on how old you are, I'm in my, mid 40s, late 40s, I'm over 45. And so in the early 80s, and this is only historically because I only know this by history because I was a young girl. And so 79, 80, 81 interest rates were high in terms of buying a home, credit, anything that was related to, interest rates, they were higher. If you, it really gave the birth to creative real estate. So a lot of what many people know now with the no money down deals or what have you. If you look at historically when all that was birthed, it was birthed during that time. It was birthed during the time of the early 80s when people did not want to traditionally go and get a mortgage loan because interest rates were in double digits. Now, like I said, depending on your age, you may not even know of interest rates being double digits. Because I personally know that during my time as an adult, interest rates have always been single numbers, whether they've been high, below 10, or down to where they're at now, 2 or 3%. They've been in single numbers. Once again, depending on your age, you may not know of interest rates being 20%, interest rates being 25%, but there was a time. So understand this. This now is the time to become a student. And I know there's a lot of information on YouTube, there's a lot of information on social media, and I'm going to save that for another video. Now is not the time to take shortcuts. Lock in. Lock in and get knowledge and expertise to understand which way the pendulum is moving. Because it's stacking season now. Now is stacking season. If more than ever before, if you have the ability to access credit, to be able to leverage business credit, to get the opportunities like I'm helping my clients get 50 to 100,000. Now I understand most of these people on YouTube who talking about business credit, they just giving you what if. Go to this website and fill this out and you may get 10,000. We're not even going to talk about those who straight scamming, who telling people to put illegal stuff down and all this other stuff. I'm just talking about the people who are telling people to go to this website. That's not using credit strategically, although that is what most people think. So when I'm telling people that I can help people get 50 to $100,000, they don't even think that's possible. They don't think that's possible because there's a whole bunch of other people telling them how to get 5 or 10. And I understand most people don't have that. They haven't expanded themselves financially to know that it's available. And like I said, now is stacking season time. Don't know how long these opportunities are going to be, available to you. Understand, according to just studying economics, there are cycles. There are cycles with real estate, there are cycles with the market. And so no one can predict the market. All you can do is historically follow what has happened in the past. And now is not the time to say, I'm going to wait till next year. If you started this year saying that I'm going to leverage credit to invest in real estate, and you're still sitting on the sidelines, still trying to figure it out, but don't know what to do, look what's happened. We're 6 months into the no 7 months into the year, and what happened? Wells Fargo, cut out credit lines, personal credit lines. What else could possibly happen? So now is not the time to say I'm going to wait. I am not going to wait, because it's like the saying says, when is the best time to plant an oak tree? Now. Now. And so if you want to know, I have literally put together what's called the BFA method. It is a method, it is a strategy that I have created to be able to help my clients get the 50,000, the $100,000, the $80,000. I think in June, client of mine, the testimonial is here on this channel. A newbie investor get access to $80,000. Don't let these opportunities pass you by. So if you want to know how I have put together a system to help clients get 5 figures in funding. No, this is not how to, get the net 30s. And because I understand everybody is saying that's the way. That's not the way. That's the slow turtle way. And I'm going to tell you, you keep following that slow turtle way, opportunities are going to pass you by, and you're going to be looking on the sidelines. Wow, I thought I had some time. Now is not the time. That's a slow turtle way. It may serve a purpose, but I'm going to be honest with you. What does a net 30 account with Uline, Granger, no disrespect to those companies, but how, or Amazon business or whatever they're teaching you, how that's going to help you invest in real estate? I've been dying for someone to tell me. So once again, this is Lorelia. Like I said, check out the case study of how I'm helping individuals get 5 figures in funding using my BFA method. I will be doing a personal um, I will be doing a personal live webinar this week. And the only way you can learn about it, you have to be on my personalized email communication. And you can do that by going to www.helpmegetbizcredit.com. Once